face-to-face, keys to a good session. Start the session with rapport. Jump into the check-in. So you need to have a check-in process. Mm-hmm. Whether that's a physical form, my advice would be if you have a training app, you have the check-in form on it. They either do it before the session or they fill it out in their rest periods for the first half of the session.
Yeah.
Then you review it. Or you just have that set of questions that you ask first session every week.
Yeah, I like that.
I like the logging it.
Yeah.
To have the data, but...
Yeah, I know what you mean. I like the latter one as well, though. I feel like it leads for a really good interactive session. I feel like it gives the most value for the client. Because that's where the biggest gap is for me with the coaches that are confused about
what they do.
Yeah, am I like a hybrid coach? Am I this? Am I that? And like we fell into the trap too. If you want your face-to-face to be your face-to-face should be the most valuable thing. It's your time and energy.
Yeah, you have the most of it.
The most of it, right? So then you need to make that the most valuable for that person who's occupying that.
Yep.
So doing that verbal check-in and having that conversation for me makes that the most valuable for that person.
Yeah.
So when you go to online
you have it.
It's like I just fill a form in now. And I get a reply back via video.
Yeah.
Like it's a very distinct
difference
gap.
Yeah.
Where if someone does the form, but they still are in the session, and then you go to push them online, they're like, but I already get that.
Yeah.
So like, why am I only paying like $20 difference when I can just have you for $20 more?
Yeah.
You know, so that's where I like that idea of just...
I like it for the habit formation of getting... If your goal is... So if you're at capacity, your goal is to move online, remove yourself from that as much as possible.
Yeah,
You want to be able to say you're already doing it, and you don't need me to watch you train anymore.
I like the idea of metrics being entered. I like the idea of feedback being discussed verbally.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so even if you just even if the check-in... Because like, you know how ours reports nutrition and body weight and whatever. So if they're actively doing it, like they'll literally just have to press a button.
Yeah.
So then you look at the check-in, but then you go, so tell me about your training. Tell me about your nutrition. What was your greatest victory this week?
Yeah.
You know, where do you need help and support with for the week ahead? Like we did that all of the time.
Yeah.
Like that's literally what we did as part of the session. It's like, surely the proof's in the pudding, right?
Yeah.
Got good results. Retention was high. We were really fulfilled with our job.
Yeah.
Like they seen it really valuable because the retention
were not an issue.
Retention was high.
Yeah.
Like there's just something to it. I feel like we're just losing the
coaching.
The in-the-person interaction because we're leaning on technology too much. Like we're leaning on technology in the way that I don't think we can get replaced by AI.
Yeah.
And it's relationship-based, communication-based.
Yeah.
But like if you lean too far into technology and replace the communication side of things, you're going to people are going to see you as surplus requirements.
Yeah.
And I know you would experience the same thing. The longer you get into coaching and the more experienced your clients are, it's not about teaching them technique and it's not about macros and stuff. It's actually getting into their mind and telling them like, you have another gear.
Yeah.
Like I know this hurts and I know you have doubt, but I know there's more in you. And it's like a fucking computer can't teach you that.
Yeah.
But you don't get to get...
when to do that and when to give them a cuddle.
Yeah, that's it. And you don't get to get here until you do what we're just talking about, which is be in the session and get Karen to show up 3 days a week.
Yeah.
You have no right trying to get someone who's like competing to there with the self-doubt and stuff. If you can't get a mum who's never been in the gym before to go from 1 to 3 days per week.
Yeah, because you didn't write a fucking program.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Rapport, then check-in, then banter.
Yeah.
So that should be the order of operation.
Oh, absolutely.
How are you? Cut. Like I don't need... How many times do we have people come in like, oh, I'm just getting people just vent on me.
Yeah.
It's like, it's hello, how you doing? How you feeling today? Sweet, let's get into it. First exercise. They know because you do it every single time.
Yeah.
Tell me about your week. Yeah. What did you rate your nutrition out of 10 this week? What did you rate training out of 10 this week? Why? What do you need to work on? What are you going to do? Reach model conversation. And they know it's coming. Some of them are probably nervous about it because I know they're fucked up.
Yeah.
But then you can get into like,
like
how's the dog?
This person's a bitch, and this person did this to me. Like,
yeah,
absolutely.
Is that is that right? What that personal trainer's doing?
Yeah, I'll let you decide.
Yeah. Look, what they're trying to achieve is
you
can determine whether it is or not.
Yeah.
It's funny that this is written down, even that the fact that it's written down, but we've seen it so much that it needs to be. Pay attention to your client for the entire session.
Yeah. I had someone ask me one time, like, what are you looking at? I was like, what do you mean? It's like, you always like walking around your client when they're working out?
Yeah.
Like,
my client.
Yeah. I told you about the story where someone literally fainted next to us, yeah? And
you did know.
Yeah, I was so locked in. And like we were doing bicycles, I was getting after like, there's a couple of cheat reps going on. I'm like, fucking, let's get this pump, And then someone was literally having a seizure right there. And then, someone was like, bro, you didn't even know that was happening? I was like, man, I was just locked in.
Yeah. I was with my client.
Obviously that was probably an extreme reason. Someone could have died right next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, fuck, man, they're occupying your time. Yep. Make that time as valuable as possible.
Yep.
Be in it. And it's also way more fun. Like, the time goes quick when you get involved. If you don't get involved in the session, you're like, oh, fuck, 5 minutes in, 25 to go. Like, it's fucking boring, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it's long days.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like, watch what they're doing, motivate them. Sometimes just shut the fuck up and be cool with, like, awkward silence.
Yeah. Like, it's not awkward for them. You're just...
Yeah. I got so good with just, like, not talking in between sets.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this person doesn't want to talk. I'm just going to shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Like...
Yep.
It's fine.
Yeah. It's the only downside to having a barber that I get along with.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Just want to go get my hair cut.
Yeah, see, mine's good. It's the total opposite. Like, it's like the Lebanese dude he speaks broken English, so that's it. I just like, can I get a cut, boss? Yes, boss. See you at 3, boss. No worries, boss. And then I just get a cut. How are you? Good? Yeah, good. That's it.
Yeah.
When I told him what I did for work, he had no idea, so he just doesn't ask.
Yeah. Presentation.
Yeah.
It's big.
Yeah, I look back on my time and I like kind of like, I know the uniform wasn't great. So that like kind of, I guess, influenced the look. But I would really, if I was to do my time again, being fucking absolutely polished would be the thing.
Yeah,
for me,
which I definitely was never.
No, same.
Yeah,
but I just like, I look at it now and I'm like, if you want to be high end, if you want people to take you seriously, like if you want to be high end, if you want people to take you seriously, if you want to stand out to like the rest of those people in your gym, how you look and how you interact, so important.
Yeah, I had it at Essendon. By the time I got there,
I
had my shit sorted out, and I had enough money for shoes.
Yeah.
And for a barber. So I think there I showed up like that, and I don't even remember how long I was there for. 18 months, 2 years.
Yeah.
My first year there built the rest of my coaching career.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly. Like everything else I would say is like accumulation of experience, dominated. 45 sessions a week, week in, week out at Point Cook.
Yeah.
Worked fucking hard to do 30 to 35 at the first gym in Essendon, moved to Good Life, and it was just like, okay, clocked it.
Yeah. Even progressively online, like we've just
designer shit,
made sure we get progressively improved with the branding and the presentation.
Yeah.
Like I look back now and I'm like, bro, fuck were you thinking?
But it was better than everyone else at the time still.
Yeah, but
That's what's wild.
But even just presentation-wise, I said to Steph, I'm like, I'm getting my haircut every week.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, I look better. I'm more vibrant.
Better, feel better. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like the clothing side of things like has never been an issue. Like, but I'm just like, I'm gonna take this 100% seriously and just look really polished all the time. Because that's what's needed.
Yeah.
Even I was like having a chat to a mate of mine, and he was like, we were talking about like, I use all these fucking face creams and all this shit. And he's like, fuck you do that for? And I said, because you don't know what it's like to see yourself on a fucking screen every day.
Yeah.
Like I said, I see myself on a phone and a TV or the computer all the time.
Yeah.
So I said, you don't know what, like, how I look matters.
Even watching the Durham video,
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, we look so much better now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look at it all.
So much better look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I know that translates to what people perceive of you.
Yeah.
Because I do it to other people.
Yeah. It's funny, I it was only a couple of nights ago, took LJ out at 7 o'clock at night, 6:30 for a walk. Put my jumper on, and I had a long T-shirt. My T-shirt was hanging out. I'm like, fuck, you walk around there, who cares?
Yeah.
I think I got 15 houses. I'm like, can't do it. Stopped, locked the pram, tucked my shirt in, and kept going.
Yeah.
It was just like, this is an identity thing now.
Yeah.
And that's not acceptable.
Yeah.
It's really, it's that, and that's a big shift for me because it's like,
Yeah, okay.
don't really give a fuck.
Yeah. That's why
For a long
I'm always happy to be overdressed because it's just for
Mm.
me, morally, I'm like, I'd rather be overdressed than under.
100%. Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
I'm that person and I'm happy to stick with it.
Yeah.
So if I come and it's like, yeah, I'm a little bit overdone, it's like,
So what?
yeah, I'd rather be overdone than underdone.
Agreed.
Because like the connotations that come with being dressed up are, compared to being underdressed, drastically different.
Yeah.
And I choose not to
Yeah.
have people think of me this way. And that's what we spoke about with like the branding and your marketing. You get to choose how people think of you.
Yes.
But what you act and what you say and what you look like dictates that.
Yep.
So have a think about it. Don't just let it happen. Don't just wake up 30 minutes before your session, jump into your shoes and go out the door and look like you just got out of bed.
Yep.
Like you can't expect someone to invest hundreds of dollars a week in you if you're not even putting in the effort to show up for yourself and them.
Yep.
This makes it's not fair.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a big part of service.
Yeah.
Big part.
I forgot that the thing's gone off.
I just remembered.
Yeah, so I'm like,
this is now part 2.
Yeah, we've got it.
No, it's fine. It's we'll literally do a part 2 on this because I still have like 5 points.
Yeah.
We'll just make more bands next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I don't want to. There's heaps of shit that still really fucking matters to come. So tune in for next week to unpack the service more.
Yeah.
But what we went through today, start thinking of your sales process. What I didn't put on here is content. It's actually a little bit later. We talk about it.
Yeah.
From your marketing to your interactions, to your calls, to your consults, to your sales, I think that's a big thing that people don't think about is their service.
Yeah.
Like, if this client ends up working with you, what do you want them to think? If they don't end up working with you, what do you want them to think?
Yeah. Man, it stems even from like I feel like even now, like thinking about all this and doing it for so long, I reckon it even stems from thinking about what you should offer.
Yeah.
Like, because no one sits there and goes, this is who I work with, this is what I do, this is the main outcomes that people expect, and this is how I deliver them.
Yep.
Because if you can do that, then you can put a service together that's for that. And then the dots line up so much easier.
Yeah.
And then you become more confident and you can communicate it, and you have stature and you have conviction. And then everything. So I reckon it even comes a step before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DM us Value Compass, and I'll send you exactly how to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to come down from the website next week. Build a goal beyond what they expect. So have part of your service, ours it's events, photo shoots, lift-offs, whatever. Have something bigger than losing weight, getting fit, lifting weights. Like, have something bigger than that you can plug people into and you'd be like, you know what, I think you could do this. Let's aim towards it.
Yeah.
I think that'll make a really big difference. Set timelines. So let's do this to lose weight. It's not good enough.
Have to.
Everyone should have a program, and every single person should get a guide for their nutrition. Stay inside your scope. You don't have to program macros, tell them what to eat, meal plans. You don't have to do any of that. We didn't for fucking 8 years.
Yeah.
And every single STC trainer at that time did 2 to 3K a week.
Yep.
Without meal plans. Without macros.
Yeah.
And then, your face-to-face check-ins should be face-to-face. Makes no sense to do them separately. Do that first, then get into banter, pay the fuck attention, and then present yourself well. If you can do all those things, you're halfway there, and then we'll tell you the other halfway next week.
Well, it might be the week after because we've got Vanessa coming.
We do. We have FODBODs.
Yeah, it's all right.
Next week. Oh, leaving you hanging.
It's all right.
That's going to be really cool. So
we're a week ahead, so we can choose them to release and everything.
Yeah, it's true. We've got our FODBODs owner, founder, guest next week, so it's going to be really cool. We're going to do that as a part 1, part 2 as well. So we're going to start probably how the business kind of came about. So you'll hear that on this pod.
Yeah.
And then part 2 is going to be on fit. It's going to be more about the product.
More about the product.
Why
benefits.
they went that way. And so we're going to do that with a lot of our guests coming forward. So it'll feel like one episode split across the 2 channels rather than trying to make them different. So we'll expect you guys to listen to both channels. And like, share, and subscribe on both. But today, like, share, subscribe, comment if you're on the YouTubes. Really helps with the reach that we get in these episodes. A lot of personal trainers. If you're listening to this and be like, yeah, it was just like one of the feedback I get all the time is like, it was a good reminder. It's like, well, you're not doing it, so do the fucking thing.
Yeah.
If it was a good reminder for you, comment, like, share, tag, do something
Remind
that it's
other people.
not a reminder for someone else who doesn't know this information, who hasn't heard it before, who needs it to get past that 1K.
Yep.
And to not be another fucking 20% of personal trainers that don't, or the 80% of personal trainers that don't make it into their second year. That's all. Go to stcfit.com, Standout PT, learn what we do, 6-month program to get you to 10K weeks, 10K months.
10K week would be nice.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, bye.